yes, I got the big coronavirus. And I was actually pretty shocked. I wasn't expecting to get it. From day one, I have taken every safety precaution. I followed all the guidelines. I've been extremely careful. I haven't been gathering with people, just none of those things. So, yeah, I got it, and I was just really taken aback. And I think that's kind of like the inspiration for this Whisper Ramble. Just not only talking to you about my experience in case you think you might have it, or like you're, just in case you're curious, but really, like, life throws things at you. You can do all the right things, you can follow all the rules, and you're still gonna get dealt a bad hand sometimes. If you saw my New Year's Whisper Ramble, like, I talked about being really excited for like January and for stepping out on the right foot, for being fresh, for like getting caught up on my work things and just being really ready for January. And literally the day after I filmed that video, I woke up feeling awful, and it just wasn't how I had planned to start my January. It's the exact opposite of what I had planned, and sometimes that happens, and that's okay, even though it can be extremely aggravating and frustrating, and you might be screaming, "This is not okay," but like, things happen. And usually it took me like 2 whole weeks to be at this point you see me now, where I'm like, it's okay, because for a long time I was like, it's not okay, I'm still struggling. So let me tell you basically what happened. So I woke up this Sunday after New Year's, and it was like I was having an allergic reaction. So I didn't think that I had COVID. Like, I didn't. Like, I'm not allergic to anything that I know of, but it was almost as if I was trapped in a room with a cat, and I was allergic to cats. Like, my eyes were burning, my face was like blown up, like super puffy, just like an allergic reaction, and I felt very just puffy. And I was like, okay, I'm having an allergic reaction. So I took some Claritin, I rested. I thought it was fine, because what I was experiencing wasn't any of the COVID symptoms they tell you that you're gonna experience. But anyways, so it was like I was having an allergic reaction all day long, and then the next day I woke up and it felt like it had turned into a sinus infection. I had no trouble breathing, I just had congestion up in my head, and like a headache and a runny nose, no sore throat, no fever, no coughing, no anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm just normally sick, which can still happen. You can still get normally sick. Obviously, I isolated from the people I live with and all that. Well, 4 days later, Wednesday morning, I woke up, went to eat breakfast, and I couldn't taste anything, and that's when I knew. I got tested, I was positive, and so obviously I continued my isolation process and all that. For me, the first 7 days were the worst. It wasn't anything horrible by far, but like I got the muscle aches, the body aches, you just feel tired, and like sitting upright like I am now, like, was difficult. Like, if I was leaning back and my head was supported, I was fine, but the second I sat up, I felt so much pressure on my head and I felt like sick. started, which was 5 days ago, 4 days ago, I went and got retested, and I came back positive. So I thought that was really interesting that, like, it had been over 10 days, and I was feeling fine, but I'm still positive, so I'm continuing to isolate and not go anywhere and all that. But I still cannot taste anything. I can smell things now. I lost both my taste and smell. I can taste things now. I can smell things now, but I can't taste, and I know it'll come back, but it's really difficult. And like, just my heart, like, I know this isn't exactly connected, but my heart goes out to those of you who have eating disorders, because when you're experiencing something that messes with your relationship with food, it's really difficult. And so that's basically been my experience. And I think what I've taken away from this, as I said, is just that you obviously can't control things. And you just gotta deal with it day by day. You just gotta wake up and try again sometimes. And so I kind of felt like I was in that cycle of, okay, just get sleep, wake up, try to do work, because I still had my full-time job. Luckily, I work from home, and obviously I informed everyone, not that I had seen any of them, but I informed them that I had COVID and I wasn't feeling great. So, my company is great, and, they were like, just do what you need to do. But it was really about taking it day by day for me. And like, COVID or not COVID, when you're going through something difficult, you just gotta take it day by day. You really, do. I definitely do hold value in moon phases. I do think the moon does have some control over us. I don't base everything on, astrology or the moon cycle or whatever, but I do have to say, the recent full moon, I feel like a lot of wild things have happened. If you're feeling it too, or like if something crazy has happened, let me know, let's chat about it. But I feel like I got COVID, and then like so many other people I knew had these just substantial things happen to them. I don't know, it felt like it was happening all at once for everyone. It was kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm hoping I can taste things soon. I really miss food. I'm definitely a foodie. I don't know about you, but like, I'm such a foodie, and I definitely have never taken taste for granted. So it's not like I'm like, oh, I've always taken for granted the fact that I could taste things. No, I can say that almost every meal I eat, like, I thoroughly enjoy. I make it an effort to be appreciative of what I can eat and all that jazz. But it's been so difficult, and I can't wait to taste again. I do have to say, I've been eating very healthy, so I feel like, what other choice do you have? Why eat like sweets when you can't taste them? So I've kind of gone dairy-free and gluten-free. So, it's been like 2 weeks now, so 14 days. Nice cleanse for the body. Talking about gluten, I love gluten. I'm such a bread eater. Pasta, bagels are my blood. I also love donuts and all that jazz, so I'm definitely missing those snacky snacks. A lot. But if you have any more questions, more questions, I can't speak tonight clearly. If you have just specific questions about my experience, or you're curious about certain things, or if you got COVID yourself or currently have it, please feel free to comment down below. I'll definitely be in there chatting with you guys. Because I know this ramble has like a lot of stuffy stuff in it. So obviously a lot of people, have had COVID, and I feel like it's like a little club if you've had it. But I know that like ASMR is supposed to be relaxing, and COVID isn't the most relaxing topic. But I did want to share because I think like the media can often make you think that it has been an awful experience for every single person who has had it. You know what I mean? Like, the second I realized I had COVID, I was terrified that, you know, my breathing was gonna be impacted. I'd have to go to the doctor. Like, I was so terrified of it. And obviously I'm lucky, like, it could have been bad for me, but it wasn't. But I just feel like we're not talking about the mild cases enough. I think they're using fear as a tactic. And I just wanted to share with you that, you know, I got through it. Like, I battled through. I was okay. I did everything I needed to do. And I was okay. And also, I successfully did not transfer it to anyone. Not even the people I live with. So, that is really awesome. And it's possible. It's possible to protect people you're close to, even the people you live with, which I think is really nice, because I was so afraid of giving it to someone else. Like, that just sounds awful to me. Anyways, that's all I'm gonna like speak on that. I guess the other thing that I wanted to talk about is, I guess, a reset. Like, okay, so you know how we set New Year's goals, and then often, like, you go 2 weeks, you do them, and you stop. You, like, either give up, or you forget, or it's, you know, you don't continue it. And sometimes you can have that mentality of, well, like, I'll try again another time, or I'll try again next year, or clearly this isn't working. But, like, just because, you know, you went for 2 weeks and stopped doesn't mean it's a final stop. You can start up again at any point, at any month. So, like, for me, one of my things was, I'm gonna be fresh in January. I'm gonna get ahead on work. I'm gonna all these things. And I got hit with sickness, and I wasn't able to do that. And that sucked, and I hated feeling behind already at the beginning of the year. But this past weekend, when I'm feeling 100% and fine, and I'm isolating, I worked over the weekend to catch up on everything, because even though I couldn't do it before January started, I can do it now. And that's something I think I just wanted to share. No matter what the goal is, you can hit the reset button, you can try again, you can refresh, you know, you can, like, you don't give up. If there's something you want to do, don't give up on it. For example, like last year, one of my goals was to be more regularly active, and I've talked about this before, just to be healthier and feel better. And it was my 2020, one of my 2020 goals. And I didn't even try. In January. Oh, car. Sorry. I didn't even attempt to do my goal in January or February or the beginning of March. However, halfway through March, I started being regularly active. And it's like, who cares? Who cares that it wasn't January 1st? It was like March 18th for me. And I started walking. I started going on walks every day, and then slowly it turned into running, and then gym, and then this, and then that, and I picked up tennis again, and yeah. So you can set a goal in January and not start it until March. It's fine. I don't know if that's helpful. I don't know if you have any interest in this advice, but that was something that was on my mind since I'm in the middle of like picking up those goals that I set in January. is to accept that sometimes there's stuff you can't do because it's, cliche, it's out of your control and all that. But like, sometimes things happen and you can't do it. I was reading an article back in the beginning of December talking about fitness during the holidays. I don't know how I found it. Maybe it was on Facebook. I don't remember where it was. But it talked about how, like, do not beat yourself up for not meeting your fitness goals over the holidays. Like it's okay if you don't work out as much as you were. It's okay if, like, you're eating more. I mean, it's always okay if you're eating more. But, like, we're all extra tempted during the holidays because there's more. Like, I don't know about you, but my aunt brings over what she calls the goodie tray. The goodie tray, and it's this huge tray of all these different homemade sweets, and she, like, replenishes it throughout the whole week. And so there's more, and the whole article was just like, enjoy, like, don't beat yourself up for not being able to do it all or not being able to be on your normal schedule. And I took that with me, not only for, like, holidays and working out and food, just for, like, anything. Like, when I was sick, I could not exist with my normal schedule, obviously because I was isolating, but, like, just because I did not have the mental or physical capacity to, like, film videos, like, to sit down and do my makeup, film a video. Oh my god, I would have passed out if I tried, and it, like, hurt me that I couldn't do that, and I actually attempted to multiple times, and it just, eventually I was like, I surrender, I give up. Anyways, that's kind of some tidbits that have been on my mind. In much lighter news, Florida has had some incredible weather, like, amazing. It's been cold every night. I've had my window open for, like, the past 10 days straight because it hasn't gotten over, like, 72 degrees. At night, it's, like, in the 50s, and it's, like, joyous. I rode my bike for the first time in a long time earlier today, because it was a beautiful day, and it was so refreshing. And what's nice about, like, what I realized is I was like, okay, I need to get outside, but even though I'm technically not contagious, I'm still positive for COVID. So I was like, okay, what can I safely do? And, like, with bike riding, I can avoid people. I can be completely alone. I don't have to be in someone's airflow. Like, when you go on a walk, you sometimes get close to people. You walk close by people. But biking, like, gives me such control over where I am. So I was able to safely bike and not get near anyone and be outside. And it was gorgeous. I have one of those, like, old-fashioned blue beach cruisers, and I love my beach cruiser. I've had it since, like, high school, and I've taken it with me through life. It's a good bike. I recently had to get the tires changed because they were flat, and that was really sad. But now that they're new, they're working great, and I think I'm gonna start really enjoying biking more, especially with this weather. And also, on top of that, I can't go to the gym, and I probably won't be able to for a while. I'm getting retested in a week, so fingers crossed for me that it's negative and I can attempt to go grocery shopping, or just something slightly normal like that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all for this video, for this whisper rambling. I'm sorry if it's a little more serious than my past whisper rambles, but I feel like it was nice to be able to share these things with you, especially not awful. You're strong, and you can get through it. But yeah, I never know how to end these videos, but I'll figure it out eventually. I hope you have the sweetest of dreams tonight and a gorgeous, beautiful, amazing day tomorrow. You deserve